For years, we've been watching militaries around the world commit atrocities on our feeds, and soldier after soldier accused of war crimes. But what about those who refuse to take part?
It's never too late to say no.
And what happens to those who do?
I was a month in solitary confinement.
And then they sent you immediately again to prison.
International Conscientious Objectors Day honours people who refuse to fight in wars, no matter the price. And as war seems to engulf the planet, more people are saying no. In the US, the number of military personnel seeking conscientious objector status has surged by 1,000% since their war on Iran began. That is according to the Center on Conscience of War, a US non-profit dedicated to defending the rights of objectors. I spoke to its director, a US Army veteran, about why more active duty soldiers are calling their hotline.
All of them are hearing that nagging voice inside of them telling them that what they are doing in their beliefs is not right. The Manab Girls' School massacre was something that was a massive trigger for, I think, most of the people that ended up calling us.
But the war on Iran is only the latest trigger, with American soldiers questioning US support for Israel's genocidal war on Gaza.
But they really started to be, I think, number one, faced with the reality of modern warfare when civilians are under attack by a much more powerful military that doesn't seem to care very much about human rights or the laws of war.
And inside Israel itself, where military service is mandatory, others have been refusing to enlist for the same reason.
They also consistently try to intimidate us with you will be 3 years in prison and then you will never be able to find a job.
18-year-old Ayana told Al Jazeera why she chose to make a public statement to refuse, despite these consequences.
I just knew that I could not stay silent. To make the Israeli society hear and see what is being done in their name.
As of now, Israel's military says it urgently needs thousands more soldiers to carry out its war goals, something critics say also reflects an army under strain. Israel and the US aren't alone. In other conflict zones like Ukraine, conscientious objection has effectively been suspended during wartime. In Myanmar and Sudan, refusing military service can mean years in prison. Objectors often risk being called
A traitor in the society.
But the CCW says many more people inside militaries may already be questioning what they're part of. They just don't realize refusing is an option.
If everyone who had that voice inside them, if they knew that they had a way out, it might make it harder for the US to carry out these wars.
Because while those in power may still launch wars, they rely on individuals to fight them.